After the reset, we'll see how they open things up. The map's loading up. Let's send it up to our casters, Chance and Benson. Take it away with Drift.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Maven. Map number 1 in the best of 7, Drift Hardpoint. Going back to that DLC, of course, all the winners bracket round 1 is going to see the same map rotation. But Chance, we kind of heard from our analysts there, their thoughts about this. Something I want to touch on is Envy's Hardpoint game, okay? At DC, everyone kind of expected them to be going out, playing flawlessly in uplink, and that wasn't really the case. It was actually that Hardpoint which really excelled.
Yeah, without a doubt. And now they've kind of been back and forth. Every single game we expect one thing from Envy, and they kind of do the opposite. But again, uplinks, having 2 of those, if they can kind of return to old form, that's obviously going to be huge. But if not, you know, they got a couple hard points on the table as well. Either way, though, Octane is definitely going to be the player to watch for Envy. We're going to get on board with him right off the bat, already able to pick up the first 2 kills.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. 3-0 start right now for Octane already. Well, playing extremely well, looking for the 4th. Aches is actually going to be over towards that station side, turns around. JCap already picking up a couple kills as well, 2-0. Envy with a flawless start right now, Chance.
It'd be weird. If you told me that there was like a 30-second period where Octane didn't have a single gunfight, I've been very confused, but this has been a complete lockdown so far from Envy. Of course, all those players getting off to very nice starts. JCap, of course, with that 5-0 as he gets that hip-fire kill, but nonetheless, pretty huge lead right off the bat. TCM struggling not only to get kills, but to get anywhere near the hill.
Yep. JCap will finally fall, but a 38-0 lead has already developed for Team Envious. Aqua will drop on the hardpoint as well. Octane trying to slay around the outside, falls also. Looney trying to pick up some scrap and, more importantly, play for the next hardpoint. That's 2 for him, and finally does fall. Let's have a look at Jerd. Of course, the lone remaining European player. We kind of talked about that before. He's doing it for Europe all by himself, and so far, TCM don't have any points on the board.
Yeah, I also want to point out, JCap just killed him with the stun, kind of what JCap is starting to become known for nowadays.
Stuns, man, the stuns.
But either way, TCM, they had their early rotation to that hill. Jerd was the last one there as they did not win any of their gunfights. He was able to pick up 2, gets dropped, and TCM still does not have a point on the board.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes gone, and TCM definitely on that struggle bus. Aches sitting at 2 and 6, TP at 2 and 8, and finally, Aches able to pick up that kill. It took him a lot longer than he would have liked to, and right now, Envious are just embarrassing TCM in the first 2 hardpoints. Still, obviously, plenty of time to go. You talked about how, you know, TK made a little bit of a comeback in that Rise game, but this is something else. Envious in full control. Looney is not going to be challenged. Now it just comes down to the rotation to the next hardpoint. I think, Chance, I think we're good. TCM are going to get their first point on the board.
And even then, how long are they going to be able to hold on for the defensive stand? They can get a full 60 seconds, and they're still going to be down by 20. Of course, they do have a complete setup right now, but they're going to have to get the kills. They're able to get the first 2, but then, of course, 2 are going to drop not in their favor. Fear's going to be the last one in the hill. Everyone drops around him, able to pick up 1 kill. He's going to have 2 more players surrounding him. He's just going to straight up jump out of the hill. If he stays alive, that's going to be big for his team, but still, they're working from a 70-point deficit. Envy has all the time in the world to make this break.
Nice movement from Fizz inside that hardpoint, able to...
Oh my God.
Okay, I want what he had.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, okay. All right, Fizz, where was this in the first 2 hardpoints? That's a 4-piece for Fears on the hill. Phenomenal comeback. That's a 5 streak. Why did we not see the 6 streak now? Where was this?
Where were those kills? The hit kills he's getting is ridiculous. Just pre-firing now at this point. Another gunfight to win in the hill. Not going to lose that one. Trying to turn it around for his team. But still, even after that, that's the kind of thing that TCM has to pull off just to be able to retain control of the hill. Again, they're able to reduce the deficit, able to cut it in half. But now you can see Envy's at least attempting to get that rotation, and they're going to be the first ones there. Octane already in the hill. JCap going to get taken down, but again, it's going to take someone like Fears to step up for the squad for them to get a successful break.
Over to Aqua, that's 2 in a row for him as he looks up top, potentially trying to find the 3rd, just jumps onto the hard point. Envy, once again, trying to work on building that lead back again. They have good map control as it stands, also favorable spawns, so they should be able to build a bit of a dominant lead once again. You know, TCM did well, 40 points back in the game in their favor, but as you said, they're down by so much now. It's going to be so hard. They can't just kind of trade hard points anymore. They need to really have a player just go big. And you know, you look at Fizz really to be that guy at 15 and 11, the only player on TCM with almost 4 minutes gone in double-digit kills.
Yeah, and this is kind of reminiscent of the Rise TK game that was played earlier, where Rise got off to a monster start. There was a hill where TK, you know, basically got a full 60, and you're like, all right, they could do it, and then it just never happened. And Envy is trying to make that exact same thing happen once again. Again, they, you know, got that earlier rotation. There was a bit of contest time that came down, but nonetheless able to re-increase their lead to about 80 points, and they're looking pretty good. Of course, now we do see that Fears is going to be in the hill once again, but this time gets dropped. There was no like 8 streak coming out of him, and you can see a successful break for Envy.
Yeah, it's very tough to to do that every single time you're on a hard point, but he managed to do it once. Phenomenal plays from him earlier on in this game. 5 minutes 40 still to play. 128 and growing to 42-point lead in favor of Team Envy's Jacob on the hard point. Also on a 4 streak. Second time this game. He's been able to heat up a little bit. And the explosion comes in. Octane picks up 2 of the easiest kills he's ever going to get. Also finds Aqua there for the 3rd. Jacob just meanwhile sitting on the hard point saying, all right, guys, we have a 100-point lead now.
Yeah, and you know, it was kind of cool too. JCap just sitting up top waiting for the players to challenge. There was about a 10-second period where he was basically eyeing a player through there, but you know, TCM playing a little bit passively and they paid the price. And now Looney even coming back in was able to pick up 2. The Avalanche helping out, taking down Fears with a headshot. The Avalanche very, very accurate, but nonetheless, Envy, after they got that break, again, re-increasing their lead.
Look at the difference in kills right now. Aqua 21, insane. Looney 19, Octane 19, JCap 17, Fears 17, then you have Jerd down in 12 and 21. You've got Aches at 10 and 19, and you have TP at 11 and 22. Quite simply, the slaying from TCM is just not there. And, you know, if they play like this for the entire series, this could actually be a 4-0.
All right, here's a question for you, though, about the way TCM is playing. Obviously, you know, on Drift, we see a few more bounds than usual. But do you agree with Jerd having a bow in his hand? Because, you know, all the time we see him with that ASM-1 and plays incredibly fast, and it's entertaining to watch. But do you think that's a bad move?
I mean, he started off with the ASM-1 at the very beginning of the game and then pulled out that bow. I guess it's just when things aren't going your way as a team, you try and switch things up a little bit. And in this case, it's just feels like damage limitation more than anything else. I don't really think TCM have any chance coming back into this game. This game is pretty much over. There's still 4 minutes, 10 seconds left, which is crazy to say. But just the sheer control and the slaying presence Envy possess in this map right now, it's going to be almost impossible.
Yeah, and you know,
they have 58 points chance. There's 4 minutes left and TCM have 58 points.
Well, 2 hills went by and they didn't get a single point on the board. Like, it was a very rough start. And we kind of even said Octane's the player to watch. He's doing fantastic at 23 and 15, but everyone right now for Envy is performing. All 4 of those guys stepping up to the plate. And then, of course, you go back to the other side. Fears, he's doing everything he can, but no one else on TCM with any sort of support at all.
Yeah, and you can see TCM with pretty favorable spawns, but they just need to win these gunfights now. 39 seconds left. They look to try and get to at least triple digits in the score column. Don't want to get 100-point clubbed in your first game of Season 3 finals. But Envy, again with the control, and this is a big 30 seconds for Envy, would put them just in such a good position to close out this game, potentially on the next hard point.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now you can see, you know, 2 players right now for Envy sitting inside the hill. JCap trying to push out the spawns, but Aqua even off to the side just picking up 2 pieces. Meanwhile, you see Jerd is trying to break in the hill. Another nade kill from Octane. I think that's like the 5th or 6th one we've seen from him.
His nade's on point, man. On point. Aqua on a 5 streak as well. 31 and 18 his score. And I think he's going to spot Aches. Oh, just laser-like accuracy from him.
Yeah, everything right now just going in favor of Envy. Basically just trying to, you know, completely close down any momentum that TCM wants to have. Of course, you know, everyone at this point pretty much already going to be thinking about the S&D that's coming up next, just because that's how brutal this game is getting. So TCM going to have to switch something up to get something together. Of course, now though, Jerd is going to be inside the hill. This was the one hill that TCM was able to, you know, see a little bit of a success.
That's because Fears won on 8th Street. Like, how often is that going to happen? Like, let's be honest, especially against a team like Envious. I think Envy have this first game in the bag. They only need 20 seconds to end the game. There's 28 available for them on this hard point. Time is ticking. Aqua on the hard point. You can see that mini-map. TCM trying to get over towards that. Aches thinking about the contention. 2 plays going to pinch, and both players die.
Yeah, and there's even a team kill, so literally nothing is going right for TCM at this point.
This is the definition of everything just going wrong. And Envy, 100-point club. TCM in game number 1. Not quite the game I was hoping for.
No. You know, as a caster, I want to try and sell it to try and make it as entertaining as possible, but there's no other way to say it. That was complete destruction, without a doubt. And now going, like, we're going to see another hard point, I'm pretty sure no matter what, at least from map number 4. I got to go ahead and give Envy the win, like, without even thinking about it. Like, even in the response, like, TCM pretty much has to win the S&D. Now, there are 3 S&D maps, so maybe if they can bring that game to the table, there's hope. But no, I think Envy is a pretty safe bet at this point.
You got a 1.65 KD, a 1.25, a 1.5, and a 1.39 from Team Envious.
And then the only player that was positive for TCM was Fears, and that's because he went on like an 8 streak inside a hill, picked up 4 defense, which is nice.
It's not gonna end well when your team is all going negative, especially, you know, 0.5, 0.48. Jerd massively needs to step up. Not the Jerd-like performance that everyone really wants to see, especially if you're a European fan. You know, you're out here supporting Jerd. Just that was brutal. That was so brutal, game 1. There really isn't much more to say about it. For now, though, we're gonna have a quick commercial break. When we return, we're jumping over to Search and Destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 3 Finals. Game number 2 here on the main stage. We've got Team Envious going up against TCM. And the first game was a little brutal, Chance, not going to lie. 100-point club. It was painful to watch. Just went on, Twitter, just seeing how the world is finding the event. TP with an interesting tweet saying, solid start. So that kind of sets the tone for potentially the rest of this series.
TCM, they have a lot going for them. They have a sense of humor. They have fears who can go on 8 streaks, right? So maybe going into map number 2, that humor is going to carry through. But honestly, at this point, it's almost like a question of how badly is Envy going to beat them. Like, it was, 250 to 89. They're feeling all the confidence in the world. They are looking like a very strong team, and they have a lot to prove as well. They want to come out and prove that they are a top dog, because they've kind of gotten the short end of the stick in almost every single LAN tournament that they've played recently, and haven't quite been able to see the success that obviously they believe they're capable of. So maybe they're going to use this momentum to ride through the tournament. The question is going to be whether or not TCM can turn it around. But
I think it's fair to say a lot of people had Envious winning this game, right? It's very rare to see someone come out and say, yeah, TCM is going to beat Envy, but just not the way they did in game 1. I really want to see a closer game. In map number 2, we're going to kick things off. Search and Destroy Solar, of course. Aches with the sniper rifle. Just curious to see, what is the rest of the squad running? Nothing too out of the ordinary. But Envious, of course, on the attack. On board with JCap. He's going to be your bomb carrier for this round. Yeah,
TCM having an instantaneous read. They're all rotating back over to A, but of course, kills getting traded left and right. We got a 1v2, make it a 1v none or a 2v none. That is a round win for TCM. They were able to get on the board. The first blood helped out. Without a doubt, a very solid start for the S&D. But again, got to talk about the rotation that they had. Envy, initially had complete control of the A bomb site, and it was no time wasted for TCM. You saw all 4 players flooding right back around. They won the gunfights, literally got every single trade that they needed to get. Good round for them.
So going into round number 2 now, we're going to see TCM on the attacking side. Jerd has been struggling a little bit. Aches with that sniper rifle goes 1-on-1 off the first round. Let's have a look, see. You going to hit anything ambitious? You joining FaZe anytime soon, Aches? No, doesn't look like he's going to. In fact, he's actually going to go for the jump again, but all players are going to be to the right-hand side, so action will be going on over towards this B bomb site. Joe decides, hey, doesn't want any of that, but you can see how aggressive Envy are being. Octane already draws first blood in the round. That's a kill on Aches. TCM looking to reply, but the stuns are just so strong. Envy is known for their stuns at DC and S&D. Saved them countless times, and also in rounds 11, Fears now left in a 1 versus 2. One shot, dead. Envy tied the game.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone could do it, it would have been Fears in that situation. But it makes sense, that play call from Envy, right? Like playing super aggressive, wasting no times, using those stuns to your advantage. But honestly, with the way they played in the hard point, we're clearly winning all of their gunfights with almost no exception outside of, again, that 1 8 streak that Fears had. So why would you not play aggressive in S&D and force the engagements in the exact same manner? Envy doing that, extremely good round from them.
It's funny because TCM can fully anticipate the stuns. I mean, just look at some of the classes. You got Trophy System, stuns galore coming out from them. It was a strategy which worked out, as we said, so well for Team Envious at DC. Now Envy back on the attacking side. JCap going to be carrying the bomb. Of course, got sniped in the first attacking round by Aches. Now looking to see if he can try and put that bomb down. You see his teammates set up completely around him. You've got Octane in such a big power position, but he's going to be very weak and also stunned. The grenade not going to pick up a kill for him, though. And right now, it's just a question of, are his teammates in a good enough position to really keep him alive?
You can see TCM right now, all 4 players pushing in the back. They know Octane's going to be up top. Fears, though, able to get first blood. Looney also has a player right next to him. Player's going to jump past, and just like that, that is going to be a 1v4. JCap's last one alive, and it looks like he got spotted out as well. Of course, that bomb's going to defuse. Able to get the kill, not able to get away, and nonetheless, he had 3 more players to beat. So, nice play right there from TCM, able to win the gunfights that they needed to. And again, we saw Envy playing a little bit passively, and that's when TCM is able to take advantage of it.
Yep, for a minute there, I really thought that they were going to be able to, or JCap could have maybe clutched that. If he picked up the first kill and then managed to find the second, maybe. But not going to happen. Bomb does get diffused. You can see JCap's face there, just kind of communicating with the team. It's 2-1 now in favor of TCM, and Fears, he was the key player in hardpoint if you had to give someone key player status. But key player in S&D for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. And of course, now on offense, it looks like they're just going to go for a bit of a 4-man spread. TCM playing very passively, and it looks like Envy is going to be copying that strategy, not setting 4 players aggressively down B like they did the last time around on defense. This time, it's a 4-man spread for both teams. No one has even crossed that 50-yard line, so potentially this might be a round where we see someone like Aches get the first blood, or whatever it is, whoever kind of makes that first move is going to be the difference maker.
Fears almost Yep, he did spot JCap, but unfortunately not going to land any of those shots. TP has fallen with bomb mid-map. That could be problematic now for TCM as Jerd heads over towards the A bomb site, misses his jump, and somehow still alive, finally falls. Ake's left in a 1 versus 3. Has a bow at his disposal. Probably has that sniper rifle in his back pocket as well. See if he can try and make it work. Has 35 seconds left to play with. But as we said, that bomb down in a horrible position. Spots JCap up top and doesn't pick up that kill. Looney is just going to tear towards him, and he is pretty much dead. There it is. Game tied at 2-2.
Back and forth game, at the very least, is what we're seeing. So a little bit more competitive, obviously, than the first time around. But so far, everyone been able to clutch up on defense. And it's interesting. Envy, last time around, they got complete control of the B bomb site, got the plant, and then just got completely slayed out. But do they just play this like it's a team deathmatch and just go for the kills? Or do they play it like it's S&D and potentially pay the price?
Patrick find out. Haha, I see what you did there. That was so funny, Chance. Haha. You should definitely take up a job of standing up. In fact, no, please don't. Anyway, Looney, sniper rifle in his hand now. Going into round number 5, Envy back on the attacking side. And I think Looney may have just spotted someone. It's going to be Aches jumping up, I believe. TP is back over there, and you can see Aqua just being a little aggressive now. Thinking about it, TP's going to draw first blood. Back over to Looney with a sniper rifle. Is he going to spot Aches up top? Oh, doesn't see him, and does get tagged up. Somehow evades, though.
Yeah, and now you see JCap relatively by himself. You see the other players for Envy trying to rotate over, but we saw them on offense the very first round. They tried to go to A, and TCM just read it like a book. This time, Aches, that's like the 3rd pistol kill I think I've seen Aches get this match, by the way. But either way, he's able to make those odds 4-2. Octane was able to get the bomb, but you can see shots are coming down. They know exactly where he is. Fears is going to drop Looney. Octane's last one alive in a 1v4, and that's just not going to happen. Again, a defensive round win. TCM going up 3-2.
Yep. All defensive rounds being won so far, despite Envy with that one bomb plant. The defuse came in from TCM. Judd picking up that round-ending kill. 2-3 now he sits at, but again, Fears 6-2, leading the way for TCM as they go on the attacking side. Now, what do you want to see from them? Do they try and mix it up? Do they go for something a little different?
I wouldn't play aggressive if I was them. I would continue to kind of do the same, play passive, hope you can get a first blood and kind of work from there. Last time around, I think they wasted a little bit too much time. At some point, they're going to have to buckle up and just make a move at a bomb site. You know, whatever happens, happens. Aches might be able to spot a player on top second story. It looks like he's going to have eyes on him. Going to go for the shot, and JCap going to take his head off for missing the shot.
I feel like once you miss, you can't just stand still and reload, especially not against a player like JCap, who is so accurate with that bow. But either way, TCM down a man, going into round number 6, 3-2. The score, of course, Fears not able to pick up the kill. Judd does respond with a snipe of his own, so that levels up the playing field at 3 versus 3. And Fears being aggressive, jumps. He knows Looney's up there. He draws out the kill as well. JCap and Octane left in a 2v3. This is a big round if TCM can take it.
Without a doubt, especially getting that offensive win, of course. JCap can have players in front of him. That player challenging with a pistol. Okay. Fears, though, immediately able to get the trade. Octane jumps up, gets the 1 kill. This time the trade does not come in instantaneously. TP was trying to make moves, but of course now we're going to see what happens. The bomb going to be coming right over towards Octane. Octane just going to be trying to wait this one out.
Octane being very patient. Spots TP, and oh, TP! Laser-like accuracy, just turns the corner and just popped him. I'm not sure how he knew he was there, but 0 time to react from Octane. That is absurd. Look at this from TP. Just kind of goes, all right, you're probably to my right-hand side. Octane can't react quick enough, and TP with the schnapper.
Solid start.
Solid start, yeah. So TP's going to be happy with that one. Smile on his face. 4-2 now in favor of TCM. And big round there from them, able to win both on defense and attack. First time we've had that this series.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, of course, if they can kind of keep that defensive momentum, it's going to pay off. Envy, though, playing aggressive down to the B bomb site. We saw before they got the bomb down right away. TCM able to outslay. This time, we're going to see if they play it any differently. But again, you see all 4 players bunched up around orange, but Octane able to get that first blood in that power position.
This would be a big response from Team Envious. A 4 versus 2 in their favor. Jerd makes it a 4v3. He has evaded as well. So still with JCap. Envious trying to pinch in on TCM, and oh, JCap, such bad timing from him. Was Jerd pushing through, but they decide to back off and just give TCM a little bit of breath and time to kind of recoup their bearings. Aqua tries to put some shots down on Jerd. That will be a bit of a give, but the bomb is being planted at B, and now, of course, it does go down. Aches with a pistol, looking to pick up another kill. Decides to go for a fadeaway with a sniper rifle, not going to connect. Jerd does shut down Aqua, though. But Aches left in a 1 versus 2 chance. It is not looking good for him. Fires out the grenades. Really just a pistol sniper We'll see Octane just going to check that bump and also picks up the kill.
Kind of a weird decision. Obviously, it's a tough spot to be in a 1v2, but he literally throws the nades down, though, and basically says, hey, I'm nearby, and then immediately goes for the defuse. I mean, obviously, if you throw nades down, maybe they back away to kind of play their life, but nonetheless, Octane has been sitting in that power position nearly every single round on offense. You have to clear that out if you're going to try to hop on the bomb. But, of course, 2 offensive rounds now that we've seen in a row. It is still TCM with the advantage. Now,
can Envious stay true on the defensive side? That's going to be the question. Looking at TP, who picked up that big 1v1 against Octane in round 6. That actually gave TCM a 2-round lead. Envious look as if they're going to go for that aggression. Back down that B alleyway. First blood comes in favor of Aches on Looney. 4v3, 4v2. JCap drops there with a snipe from Jerd. TP looking good to actually push forward here.
Yeah, and this is definitely looking like a very good round for TCM. Of course, Octane going to be causing problems for mid-map. I expect he's going to get cleaned up very quickly in there. Fears able to get that trade. Of course, Aqua able to pick up TP, but he's going to be in 1v2. We saw Fears was able to get the trade earlier. They are both players right in front of him, and they are not going to waste any time making sure to get that kill straight away. I think that was actually Jerd with the pistol that was able to pull that off. He's been playing pretty well, too. He's gotten 2 or 3 picks with a sniper rifle.
Since he changed to the sniper rifle, he's been playing a lot better. He's now 7-5. Started off very slow, was bottom of the team. He was a 1-3 start from him, so he has turned things around. And TCM turning things around as well as a whole. 5-3 now in favor of TCM in terms of rounds. Envy back on the attacking side. They've been able to win 1 so far this game. Now looking to win their 2nd. And look at this defensive play coming out of TCM. JCap could actually make them pay here as 2 players of that. TP picks up first blood on Looney, though. That's a big win, and Envy may have just over-dedicated a little bit there.
Yeah, without a doubt, those players cutting across, just trying to use that information from JCap, but still 2 players for TCM were mid-map waiting for that push to happen. Of course, though, you never know. JCap and Octane might be able to pull off the 2v3. You can see, though, they're playing very passively, waiting for something to happen mid-map. Meanwhile, TCM have all bunched up together. We saw last round they were able to successfully trade every kill necessary. They're going to be trying to do the exact same thing here, but of course, they are already now behind where Envy is paying attention to.
GP just kind of checking the flank every now and then. Smart play from him. And as you mentioned, TCM just going to stick together. 40 seconds left. They can bleed out the clock here. They don't need to make anything too crazy. And I believe that Jerd may have just spotted someone from Team Envious. Big gunfight goes down mid-street. JCap not able to clean it up. Players all around him. Oh, the movement's on point. He shuts down Aches. Octane left for the 1v2. Can he make it a 1v1? Yes, he can. And he has time to try and escape. Player right next to him, it's TP. And he wins the 1v1 versus Octane for the 2nd time in the game. And TCM come out strong in the search and destroy.
And, you know, not even kidding. TP tweets out solid start, like he accepted. You know, he's that veteran player that's like, all right, like clearly we just got destroyed. Right. There's no doubt about it. But he, helped the team bounce back and get that victory. Got 3 kills in that final round. And TCM making it a series. I thought it was going to be a blowout, especially after that first map. But we got a series on our hands.
Yeah, the must-win search and destroy for Team Envious. For TCM was won by TCM. For fantastic performance from them. Take it 6-3. Now the question now, going back over to a respawn. I mean, are TCM going to be able to hang with Team Envious?
Well, you know, Fears still playing very well. Finished off 9-5 for that S&D. Obviously did the best on his team in terms of kills in the hard point. Now it seems Jerd getting a little bit of a hot hand, and we all know that Jerd in respawn can definitely put up some numbers. That objective-minded player can definitely do some damage in uplink. It's a question of whether or not TP and Aches can step up. TP, again, finished off pretty solid, got 3 kills in the last round. Maybe he's going to be able to step up to the plate, but Aches is going to have to show up as well. He just finished off with a .63 KD in S&D. Granted, his team got the win, but all 4 players need to perform if they're going to take down Envy.
Completely agree. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, jumping into map number 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and there you see someone just bent over, just adjusting settings. Clearly, it's important. There it is. It's Fears.
Hey,
he was just hiding. He was just hiding. Don't worry. But there, look over at the Team Envious booth. That's going to be Octane, just probably doing some tweets. Yeah,
I think he's tweeting out solid second map.
Solid S&D. Yeah, probably solid map number 2. Why not? Of course, series tied at 1-1 between Team Envious and TCM. Chance. Kind of surprised a little bit there by TCM, bouncing back as strong as they did, but now heading over to an uplink. It's going to be Detroit. Do you see any way TCM can take this? Historically, Envy have been pretty good at uplink all throughout Advanced Warfare. Kind of disappointed a little bit from them at DC. Now, though, Season 3, what are we going to see?
Do I think it could happen that TCM pulls off the win? Yes. Do I think it will happen?
Why not?
No, I don't think it's going to happen at all. Again, I think all 4 players from Envy have been playing pretty well, especially in the hard point. All 4 of them positive by ridiculous margins. The lowest player had like a 1.2 KD in with, however many captures, but all putting in work, and I think that's going to carry over in all the respawns. Again, unless all 4 players from TCM are able to show up, I think it's going to be a whitewash.
A whitewash?
Yes.
Do we see potentially time beaten? Is it going to be like a 2-minute half, 3-minute half, or will we see the full 5 minutes?
I think we'll still see like the entire full game. Detroit normally a little bit lower scoring than something like comeback uplink that the halves get ended early all the time. But I do think Envy is going to be in full control for the majority of the time. Of course, I could be completely wrong. This could be a game where Jerd just does Jerd things and is able to pull off something ridiculous and helps out his team. And of course, if Fears can keep it going, that's going to be huge. And there you can even see Jerd able to get that first blood, and he is wasting no time pushing up, and then he's going to jump out in front of 2 players.
Yeah, Jerd, very aggressive sub, and that's what you want to see if you're a fan of TCM. Jerd just being aggressive, really taking the gunfights to Team Envious. It's when he kind of sits back and plays a little passive. It's almost as if he just loves being in people's faces, that kind of fast response time. As Jerd still on your screens. And speaking of the boys at TCM, and Jerd, of course, I want to go to a Turtle Beach team chat with TCM Gaming.
Get that.
Nice, 3. Did you kill the gunner base?
Back alley, last guy. Grab ball and go.
I'm in school.
Oh, no, school stairs, pit. School stairs, one shot.
I want school steps.
He's pit, that doesn't make sense. Oh, shit.
One shot fire window, one shot fire window.
One shot fire.
He's at pit. 2 pit, 1 fire window.
One shot middle, got him.
Hold on. If you go into school, go through pit.
One more, garage staircase, I think. Yo, garage staircase hurt.
Yeah, he's from fire.
Jump wall.
And once it's back ramp pushing.
Ramp, dead.
Jump wall.
That might go mid.
Jump wall, one shot, and ball on me. You got me. Knife me, ball guy.
Ball's going, little blue wall. One's the fire left, window. Got him.
Nice. Throw it off.
You got that. Good plays, yeah.
Nice, good job. Only damage.
One's hotel. One's on our base.
Where's that in our base?
Camping garage. Got cop on our base. Garage steps.
Stop Atlas, got me. Fuck. Octane.
One's in hotel,
Yo, do you want to just play this side like bot side?
Yeah, just play it, just slow it down, man.
One's in our Envy, and one's at hotel.
He's going for it, both. Behind you.
Hold on,
Missed.
In hotel, take that last guy. In hotel. Going for ball,
Bring it alley.
Got him, let's go,
Nice,
baby.
good job, man. Let's go alley, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Gotta go from blue and shit as well. One's ramp flanking. Fucking ramp. Damn.
He's hurt.
He's already here, already in green, nothing green.
I'm nading in green, hold on.
Spawn
I
hotel.
gotta reload.
He's in green corner. One more pushing alley. Nice.
One more.
He's in green corner.
Green, one shot. Challenge him.
In green.
I need ammo. Fuck.
Crates.
Crates got me.
I wish you wouldn't went for ball. I had it.
What's the crates right there on you?
We spawned out.
He spawned up.
Just got it, one if you can't see. I can't. I'm stunned.
They're probably coming alley. Pat, come back.
Nice. One more. Reset.
I'm in school. Where are you guys?
Spawn on me. Crates, middle.
I'm bringing ball.
Middle.
I got him. Fire window.
Fire. Yep.
Fire window.
That's my garage. I can help.
Watch her.
Nice. Stay alive, Jordan. You're good.
One more in school.
School, left corner, school, left
Fire window. He just came in from mid.
Man.
Pit. He's at pit.
On the school stairs.
One's a pit behind you.
Just came
Jump
from
over
pit,
wall.
Just came over pit. He got me. Pit.
One's back blue.
Fucking great. Weak on both.
Look middle.
One's in our base.
Fuck around. Ramp one shot.
Ball guy, one shot. One more.
Nice. Aqua's there.
One more middle.
Aqua's on ball.
Oh, he got me. Jacob, our 18.
My fault.
They only got one.
Come on, dude.
One crate. One coming back.
Stay alive, Jordan. Just stay alive. Alright, just stay alive.
I'm coming to play ball.
We spawned hotel.
School stairs.
Yeah, he's on me.
School stairs, one shot. Wow, school stairs, one shot.
Do you got our base, Tyler?
I think he's still lurking. I don't know where.
Yeah, dude, he went garage. Come on.
Got one
School
knockers.
stairs.
Garage.
Another one fire window. Just play this side like bot side. Hit wall.
Garage.
Well, there you got a taste of the communication coming out of TCM. Kind of weird to hear. There seemed like a lot of, pauses in between, not that constant, chatter. I think at one point, Aches even asked the questions. He said, hey, I just spawned here. Where are you guys? So there's not that constant feed of I spawned here, players are here. They're calling out where the enemy is, but for the most part, that seemed it. I think that entire time there was one call out of where to even push the drone saying, hey, let's go alley, yo. So stuff like that, it just didn't seem as, it didn't seem consistent as what you'd necessarily expect. And you can see in the score, Envy 3-0 lead. TCM just didn't sound happy.
Want to give some love to JCap at 19-6. Phenomenal performance from him. As we switch over, he does fall though, but Envy just with that 3-0 lead. It's not massive by any means, but it is still a 3-0 lead. Of course, on the unfavorable side as well. Do bear that in mind. Judd able to sink a 1-point play, 40 seconds left. Can TCM try and rally some more points?
Potentially, you see they have a bit of control, but Envy able to get that first 2 down. Ludi's going to get the next one. Fear's the last one alive. TP on the spawn, able to help him out, but still, this entire time, Envy has been playing very methodical, been playing passive in their base. Now, they do have the spawn, but you see a lot of control. TP, though, going to be leading that charge by himself, trying to work those stuns to his advantage, going to just go and convert that 1-point toss and able to get that in, but still, good side, down by 1. Do you feel comfortable for TCM going into the second half?
Comfortable, definitely not, especially not after that listening. I can literally hear Envy from where I'm sat right now. They're very loud, communicating very, very well. JCap with the drone, tries to put it up towards TCM's base, but time's going to run out, so half, it will be 3-2 in favor of Team Envious. And really, JCap, just complete control.
Yeah, the play style for Envy almost the majority of the time was we're going to hang back in our base, we're going to make the stop, and whenever we have an opportunity, then we make moves, but they are not rushing things at all. Now, I think that's going to completely flip. I think on the second side, they're going to come out with the aggression. They don't want to play passive and give TCM any sort of control. I think they're going to start making moves, and honestly, I think this is where Envy starts to kind of blow out that lead.
So who's going to be your player watching the second side?
You can't not say JCap at this point, 19-9. But again, he's kind of got that passive role. Of course, he might be able to pick up Aches on the flank. It looks like that is going to be the case with that headshot, and that's going to give an opportunity for Looney and Aqua to start making moves with that drone. You can see they have control of School. Fears, though, going to be that last one up, and of course, Fears has been going clutch when he needs to pretty much this entire series, able to get the 2-piece for that drone stop.
More importantly, he's able to get away. Unfortunately, falls just at the last corner. Judd trying to support TP. TP falls. Judd trying to trade the kill. Does connect. There's going to be one more player inside of yellow, and Judd just tries to dash through and will fall. Didn't really have the teammate support that he would have been looking for. JCap doesn't even want to pick up the drone, it seems, but does go for it. And you're going to have to reset this now as 2 players go down. Now needs to clean out his base. There's one. Can he find Aches top mid-Atlas? Fortunately, not able to win that gunfight, but still a 21-11 start for JCap with 6 minutes gone in the game. Pretty nice.
And that is 3 down in their favor. Aches with the drone might be able to get that 2-point toss. Going to go for the pass, and that's clearly going to be a dunk for them. So they're able to take the lead on bad side. I thought Envy was going to run him over. TCM looking pretty good, making the clutch defensive stands when they need to, and able to run that drone all the way back, of course. Now, though, Envy getting that reset first. They're chunking the drone into the base, but it looks like TCM spawning back there. Unless JCap can kill this player, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Able to get that. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 1 situation. Looney picks up the drone. JCap trying to get the cutoff kills, and that player just going to jump straight over. Looney able to get that dunk in.
Phenomenal immediate response right there from Team Envious. They let it a 2-point play, and they immediately reply with one. Octane on that kind of flank really kind of screwed them over a little bit. Judd now with the drone, though, looks to try and at least tie this game up, but in fact, it's going to put TCM back in. No, goes for the 1. Was tagged up. Didn't seem to be stunned, or at least it didn't see any stuns come flying out, but plays it smart, plays it safe. The 1-point play ties up the game with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, not only does it play it safe, but he stays in the base of his opponent. You see he's going to be doing damage. Judd able to pick up another kill. JCap gets that trade, but that's going to give all the time in the world for TCM to push up. But then as I say that, that's going to be all 4 down, not in their favor. Kind of recalling back to the hard point where the gunfight's not working out. Aqua's going to be on a forestry, gets taken down. JCap with that drone, going to be waiting for his teammates to help him out in School. Slowly, again, back to that methodical play style, waiting to get some kills, then they'll make the moves.
Yeah, I love this play from JCap. Just drop the drone. You have time once the drone is dropped. Pulls out the gun, in actual fact, just going to go for that reset as the fight for School continues. JCap now trying to shut down Aches mid-stairs and just go straight back to the drone. Probably going to go straight back over towards Pit as well. Needs to be careful, though, because he doesn't have the teammate support he did previously. And this time you're going to see him actually try and go for an individual play here. JCap making his way all the way through. Gets the beat down as well. Can he get the 1-point throw? Goes up and connects. Envious now with a 1-point lead with 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play.
I mean, JCap's a tall guy. He's got those long arms. He's got the reach, able to get that, punch kill from however far away he was. But nonetheless, giving his team lead. Again, a small one, albeit, but 2 minutes left. This honestly could go either way. Of course, now back to that fight for drone control, and it looks like TCM able to get 2 down in their favor. And you can even see JCap gonna fall towards the end right there. So TCM, at least for the moment, able to make a defensive stop, and then Octane picks up 2.
And he immediately falls. Looney does have the drone in his hand, making his way through mid-street. Finally falls. Jerd putting up a good performance for TCM, 28 and 20. Want to jump on him, on his perspective rather, as soon as we see him off respawn. Here it is. He falls almost instantly, and Envy just seems to be in a lot of control now in the final couple of minutes. Octane jumps in, misses the 2. You still have the drone, but he's going to waste time. Love that play from Octane. Just bleed that clock a little bit.
Yeah, it's cool as well, because that's what we saw earlier. Envy, the TCM players did not wait to get the points and got immediately Envy able to counter, so Envy clearly aware of the situation at all times. Now, 2 down in their favor. Aqua's going to be the one with that drone in hand. He actually passes it over to Looney, and we see Looney just making moves extremely quickly. No one in school right now for him to push, and he's, of course, going to wait for JCap to lead that charge. JCap jumping out the window. Shots are going to go down. JCap kills the drone carrier, but gets the second one as well, and they're able to get a dunk in. And just look at, like the scoreboard right now. Aqua's on a 6 streak, JCap's on a 3, Octane's on a 3, and Looney only died because JCap killed him.
Pretty much. Octane with the drone again in hand. Envy really just starting to assert a little bit of dominance. Another 2-point play comes in, 12 to 5. The streaks are still alive for JCap and Octane. 5 for JCap, 4 for Octane. JCap in another gunfight. Looney with the drone in hand, 12 to 5. And it's almost as if the last 2 minutes, TCM just kind of fell apart. It was a close game up until then.
It was basically, kind of back to that first side where Envy's playing methodically, and when they have an opportunity to make moves, they do. And as soon as they got that school control completely, that's when everybody just started winning all of their gunfights. TCM being forced to rotate back, and they're doing it a little bit too quickly, and they're obviously paying the price. And still, Aqua's over there still causing problems in the base right now of TCM. And it was, what, a 3-2 game going into the second half, and it finishes off. And it looked more like the first map that we saw, where Envy just runs them over.
Yeah, they just completely steamrolled TCM in the final 2 minutes. But as we said, it was a relatively close game for the majority of that one. Jerd finishes 31 and 26. And JCap 34 and 18. 32 and 21 on a 4 streak actually to close out that game. But Envy with the lead in the series now, 2-1. Up next, we're going to see a hardpoint retreat. If that first hardpoint was anything to say, though, Chance, I think you have to favor Team Envious. It's
going to be bad. And it's not even like TCM's going to have that momentum going in their favor, more or less. There was 2 players or 3 players. Fears went negative, Ace went negative by a decent margin, nearly double negative.
They were both double negative.
Yeah, and TP was down there as well. So Fears slowing down a little bit, despite Jerd had a good game. But again, it was 3 out of the 4 players for Envy that performed well. Octane was negative slightly. I think after the first half, he was double negative. But even when he stepped it up, the score just completely blown out of proportion in favor of Envy. I don't think there's any way that TCM is going to be able to pull off the win in hardpoint.
Well, we'll have to wait and see after this next commercial break. Be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Benson and Chance up at the desk for this one. TCM going toe-to-toe with Team Envious. Team Envious lead the series 2-1. Now we head over to a hardpoint retreat here in map number 4 of the best of 7 chance. We both kind of touched on it before that commercial break. Heavily favoring Team Envious in this one.
Yeah, it's retreat hardpoint. Battles are pretty good on that map. JCap just got 34 kills in the uplink, leading the lobby by a ridiculous margin. And then they have Octane on their team as well. Octane, if you haven't heard. He's
all
handy.
right at video games.
Yeah, he's handy with the bow, so I think that's going to be going their favorite. Now, granted, Fierce bow player has been playing pretty well. You know, struggled a little bit in the uplink, but you can understand struggling when you have 2 players on your team going about double negative. So again, it is the same situation for me. If all 4 players for TCM show up, it's at least going to be a game, but nah, Envy without a doubt.
So for me, the key here is what is Jerd going to use? Will we see him potentially switch out, run that bow? Because when we didn't really see the Jerd you want to see. That last uplink game, you kind of saw a more aggressive play style from him. He's going to run the ASM1, it seems. Ace with a bow in hand. In fact, 3 bows set up immediately over to Team Envious. They're going to go 2-2. So off the break, potentially TCM could have a minor advantage here.
Yeah, definitely going to be able to figure out what's going to go down. Of course, we're going to be kicking it off with Aches. Jerd, though, going to get first blood once again. Aches is going to get picked off, but nonetheless, that's what we expect from Jerd. Going to be in the hill, but we can see there is no bow support, at least for the moment, from TCM. That does allow Jerd to get picked. Then TP shows up and gets 3, so maybe that's going to be big for them. So they do have the early lead, and if TP can have a hot hand with the bow, it could be a game.
Looking at Jerd still in the hard point, finally falls. Aches looking to trade those kills. TP goes for the flank, and TCM with a little bit of early control on this hard point, slaying around the outside, which is kind of surprising considering Envy. Sorry, not actually that surprising considering they started with that 3 bow setup. So it just shows you those kills from range kind of working, just allowing Jerd to just sit in that hill and really just trade those kills when necessary. Fears another kill in his favor. That's 2 in a row. Jerd at 4-3. Surprise, surprise on the hill.
Yeah, and Jerd basically getting, the final few seconds of scrap time. 1 extra point goes in favor of Envy. But of course, you can see the lockdown of the next still going in favor of TCM. They have a pretty nice lead. This is honestly kind of like the first hard point where we saw where, it was basically no points coming on the board early on for the team that was losing. Now, though, TCM's trying to do that to Envy. Envy only being able to get 4 on the board, and all of them playing pretty nice off the start. 4 men positive for TCM.
Jerd just doing such a good job on those hard points. Fears as well. He's going to jump in a 4 streak for him. Aches on a 4 streak as well. TCM starting to heat up a little bit here on hard point retreat, not allowing Envy any time whatsoever. Fears going to trade out, pick up that ASM1, but the kills just everywhere right now in favor of TCM. They are playing this hard point so well before Fears finally falls. Look for Jerd and TP to potentially try and break this. Jerd actually breaks it by himself. A 4 streak for him. Looking to trade this kill. The stun grenade's going to come out. Player right in front of him. That's 5 for Jerd. Looking for 6. Bottom lobby potentially 10 and 5 start from him.
Yeah, so on this hill, Fears went on a 5 streak, Aches went on a 4 streak, Jerd goes on a 5 streak. When
Streak
all 4 players for TCM go off, they're obviously going to be looking incredibly good. Now, I expect Envy is going to be able to start to make a little bit of a comeback. They do have the early rotation over for this lobby hill, but still, they're going to have to stop Jerd. Jerd with both weapons in his back pocket. He's going to go for the 7. Aqua and Looney able to get 3 kills apiece, or not apiece, combined. Nonetheless, Envy starting to work themselves back into this one.
Jerd 11-6, really the player with the hot hand in this game. Hardpoint's going to be contested. Finds another. Looking for more in this hardpoint. Has it at least contested. Going to stop Envy. Mounting a comeback. Turns around. Unfortunately, could not react quick enough. TP now jumping in. The stun grenade should hit him clean in the face. In fact, it doesn't. Actually goes straight out the door. And TP doing a great job of just staying alive here, Chance.
Yep, without a doubt, milking all that hill time. Even if it is just coming in contest, you have the lead. That's all you really need to do. Fears now in the hill, somehow able to stay alive. Picks up that punch as well. Of course, Looney shuts him down, but not before TCM clears out that hill. So Envy, you can see, are kind of flooding in 1 player at a time, or getting a little bit of contest time, but then TCM clears him out, gets a few points on the board, rinse and repeat. And of course, now after 3 hills, we see TCM with about a 50-point lead.
What's been the big difference for you between this hardpoint and the first hardpoint in the series, the drift, where we just saw TCM get completely obliterated?
Well, for one, obviously the 3 bow setup off the bat was huge. That also gave them the spawns for the next hill, and then the 3 bows were coming into full effect, and Jerd was putting in work with the ASM1. Now, though, TP slowing down a little bit, Aches kind of falling off that positive margin. Again, this is where Envy is probably going to start making their comeback. That's going to be 4 down in their favor. Also, all 4 players for Envy getting off to a slow start. All of them were negative, but now Octane's on a 5 streak, Looney's on a 4 streak, and of course, now what we saw was a 50-point game down to just 27.
Jerd looking to try and reply instantly. He's leading the lobby currently in kills with 18. with 6 minutes 15 still to go. He's going to need to continue this pace, though, if TCM is going to have any chance of winning this at all, because as you mentioned, kind of TP and X slowing down a little bit. 3 players on the hill for TCM, and they're able to just hold out a little bit longer. 5 seconds remaining. Scrap time will go for TCM. Now the question is, who has that rotation ready and waiting? Jerd with the melee. He's going to beat Looney, and back steps is wide open for him to try and break through. Not able to do so. Finally falls, but Fears with the bow. Still at the back. Should be able to shut down JCap. JCap nearly hit him with the movement. Not able to do so. 90-58 the score. And TCM playing this one so well, Chance.
Yeah, without a doubt, all flooding in from the back. That's going to be 2 in. Looney pushing in the front, though, is able to pick up 1. Jerd, though, going to get that trade, but very back and forth hill. Neither team able to get a clean break, but there you have it. Envy with 3 down. Fears, though, might have been able to cause problems if you picked up 2, but that's not the case. Envy with a clean 4 down just as soon as we thought TCM was going to be able to pull it off. So that's Envy working with the bad spawns and able to just flood in consistently enough to get through. Of course, now TCM trying to flood in the front as well. Aches able to pick up that kill on Looney, and it looks like we have a back and forth game. TCM breaking through.
Nice play from Aches as he strings together a couple of kills. Fears and Jerd once again looking to pick up the scrap time, and honestly, this is big time for TCM. If they can continuously put up that scrap time, it's going to put Envy in a horrible position as we get towards the later parts of this game. They have, what, around about a 30-point lead on Team Envious. Did not think I'd be saying that at the half.
Yeah, and honestly, though, I think Envy is going to be able to adjust. It's kind of similar to what we saw in the uplink, where after the first half, it was like a slight lead in no one's favor, but then Envy just completely flipped the switch and cranked up the pressure. We're going to see if they're going to be able to pull off that same thing, but they're going to have to stop Jerd. Jerd, 12 caps, almost more than double everyone else in the lobby, and he's got 25 kills while doing it. So that is a huge difference maker between what we saw in that first hard point. And Jerd picking up ridiculous kills, helping TCM retain that lead.
Yeah, King Jerd does what he wants. 13 caps, as you mentioned. 26 and 18, leads the lobby in kills, and he's going up against Octane, who has that bow. You know, this is kind of one of Octane's best maps, statistically speaking, because he can sit back and just map people with his bow. So accurate. So to see an SMG putting up such big numbers, I mean, that just tells you the amount of pressure he's putting on.
Yeah, without a doubt. Looney, though, able to pick up 2. The last player alive for TCM was Jerd, who was in the hill. He's got 4 players of Envy to deal with, and it looks like Envy is going to be in good shape to get that scrap time. More importantly, though, you see the players already rotating over to that Turtle Hill, already sitting inside. They're going to have the early setup, but this is 4 men up for TCM, making moves, 2 going through pool, 2 going around back. JCap, though, able to get those first 2 kills. It's going to take TCM another push to break through.
TP on your screens, jumps up top. Can he get the kill on Looney? No, he can't. Aches at 17 and 24, Fears at 20 and 19. Looks like Envy potentially could level up the game. This was a good hill for them last time. Jerd at 28 and 21, just still trying to play his life. Stuns come out, and of course this hard point will be contested. Finally, he does fall.
Yeah, but of course, Fears in the back causing problems, is able to pick up 3, not quite able to get the 4th. JCap finally shuts him down. Nonetheless, though, that's going to give TCM adequate time to get right back in this hill. TP going to be leading the charge from his squad, but he came on the wrong side of that rock. Octane able to shut him down from the side. Octane obviously counting with the 3P of his own. Meanwhile, though, Aches and Fears showing up. It looks like they're able to break through for a second. Aka, though, able to pick up 2. Scrap time in favor of Envy.
Jerd continuing his rampage, looks to pick up 2 back-to-back, decides not to bother. Allows his teammate to do the dirty work for him, and Fears able to pick up 2. That's big kills on rotation. TCM, once again, back into the lead. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left, Chance. This one looks as if it could be a close one.
Without a doubt, Fears able to pick up that first kill as well. You see JCap trying to push in from the side. He's able to get 1. TP making sure he gets that trade. Now, of course, Looney picks up a kill. Jerd looking to get that trade, but of course, shots are going to go down. Looney just able to stay alive in time. Is able to pick up 2. Going to be going for the 3rd as well. JCap's coming from the side, but nonetheless, Envy able to get a clean break on the board. Looney leading that charge, picking up a 3 streak, excuse me. Of course, now TCM coming from pool side. They got the first 2 kills. Now they just have to make their move inside, but none of the kills going in their favor. A clean sweep from Envy once again.
Want to see Aqua on the hard point. He's going to fall. Octane with the bow. He's in the hill. There's 1. Can he find the 2nd? Yes, he can. Looking for the 3rd. Not going to be able to find him. JCap trades the kill, though, and Envy once again trying to just build themselves a small, fragile lead. The assist comes in from JCap as he's just jumping up and down, desperately playing for his life. Contested now. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he can. JCap just a man on a mission, it seems, right now.
And now this is like the biggest lead we've seen from Envy the entire game, and it's only by 11 points. More importantly, though, TCM gets 4 down. They're in the hill right now. They're trying to get themselves back into this. They're going to be able to tie it up and take the lead. Envy right now, all 4 players towards ring at the bottom of your mini-map, trying to flood in 1 by 1, and you see another 3 down in favor of TCM. Fantastic stuff now with a 5-point lead.
The slaying coming out from TCM is going to be so important, especially considering they don't really have that favorable spawn. You expect to see Octane kind of lock it down with his bow, but he's putting so much pressure on the hard point that he isn't really thinking about those kills from range, and that really is kind of hindering Team Envious right now. But Looney just jumps in the hard point with his SMG, picks up one. The assist came in, and another piece of help from his teammate Aqua as he shuts down Aches 153 to 146. Envious now trying to claw back and put themselves back into the lead.
And it looks like we might have another lead exchange, but no, TCM. Oh my God, Octane just cleared out 3. Gonna get the 4th as well. Scrap time in favor of Envy, and they're gonna be able to take the lead going into the last hill. They're gonna only have about a 3 or 4 point advantage. They're gonna be fighting down over an Attic. TP not gonna win that gunfight. Jerd though, able to pick up 2, and Aches is gonna be right behind him, but Envy still has 1 player in the hill. Jerd gonna have to win that. He picks up another kill, 37 and 30. He's on, and it looks like TCM able to take the lead once again.
Final 40 seconds of the game. This is gonna go all the way down to the wire. 164, 158. Jerd looks over towards back steps. Fear's able to clean up him. 2 plays from TCM go down. 3 plays, it's gonna be all down to Jerd. Can King Jerd do it to keep TCM alive? No, he will go down. Now, 12 seconds is basically the time that TCM needs to get there and just make sure that TCM don't stay in the lead.
Yeah, without a doubt, and Envy able to pick up the first 2 kills. Jerd, though, showing up, going to be the last one up for his team. He's going to have to make moves quickly. Envy able to take the lead. 12 seconds left. TCM has time. They only have 5 more seconds to get in the hill. They're going to be able to get in. It's going to be contested back and forth. JCap able to pick up 2. TP's going to get dropped by Luna. Looney's in the hill.
No!
Jerd not able to get it in the hill.
Looney
Envy with a 3-point lead.
Looney goes on a 6 streak to close out the game, and they win by 6 points. It was not easy by any means. TCM took it to them, and you can see Looney there in your round any kill cam. Look at this phenomenal play from him. Finishes the game 43 and 31. Turned up so much in his final couple of hard points. A phenomenal display. And kind of feel bad for Jerd. 38, 33, 20 caps, 4 defense. The man was doing it all, but Envious as a team just gelled too strong.
Dude, that's heartbreaking.
It is.
Jerd gets 20 caps, able to get 38 kills. Fears drops a 40 bomb, but Aches and TP 26 and 41 and 25 and 4. I need someone to explain to me how that game was as close as it was when you have 2 players that are like, what, negative like 40 kills combined or something insane like that? Like, how is that even possible?
Jerd and Fizz.
Jerd, yeah.
I don't know what else you want me to tell you, Chaz, like that. Crazy, crazy game. Another close one. It seems we're already seeing a lot of close games here at Season 3 Finals. I'm excited, though. We're now going to go over to a Search and Destroy Biolab, though. In terms of can TCM hold on, do you see that now, or is that going to be kind of the final nail in the coffin, which is kind of demoralizing?
That's got to be the final nail in the coffin, right? Like, 2 players not performing very well on the hard point. They got destroyed the first time. You were right at the very end, and then you lose by 5 in kind of a heartbreaking fashion. I didn't think they were going to be able to make it that close in the hard point, so I guess me saying they're not going to bounce back might be completely wrong, but just kind of think, what would have happened if they would have been able to win that? They already won 1 S&D. They won it in convincing fashion, like 6-3 or something like that. Like, if that last two went differently, this series, it could have been so much more interesting. Now, though, Envy, all the confidence in the world, they're up like 3-1 or something. Like, they're probably going to close it out. But
pretty much what he said. For now, guys, quick commercial break. When we return, we're going over to Search and Destroy Biolab. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Season 3 Finals live here at Columbus, Ohio. Benson and Chance casting over TCM and Envious. Envy with a 3-1 lead now in the series. We're going to go over to a Search and Destroy Biolab. I want to see Envy kind of close it out here, but at the same time, I really, really want to see TCM make this a game.
In theory, they could pull it off, right? Like, they won the first S&D. There's no reason they can't win the next two. Still, though.
But then you look, let's say they do. All right, let's be generous with TCM. Yeah. Best case scenario, they win this. They then head over to an uplink comeback.
Yeah. So, Envy's pretty good at uplink. They won 15-5 the first time. They've been outslaying their opponent.
At uplink, I think it's fair to say.
Then they've been outslaying the hell out of TCM, with the exception of the Search and Destroy.
But let's just say,
sure,
they win.
Yeah. Well,
so it goes all the way to Game 7. S&D Detroit.
I'm looking at Looney.
S&D what?
I think Looney takes over.
Okay.
Like, Looney took over. If he goes to Game 7, I don't know why. I'm just going to be looking at Looney. Of course, they're going to have to finish off on Biolab. Maybe Envy takes it away. Maybe TCM makes the comeback again. It was a relatively convincing win the first time, 6 rounds to 3. TCM, again, trying to keep their hopes and dreams alive to avoid the loser's bracket.
Well, in terms of player to watch, Chance, who is that one player that kind of draws your attention here in Search and Destroy Biolab?
Jerd. Veers has been playing phenomenally the entire series, but Jerd just, like, dude, he got 20 caps in the hard point, got 38 kills. Like, he has the hot-handed, safe to say. Whether or not he's going to be able to carry that over to Biolab, obviously, we're going to be able to find out. You're going pretty aggressively over towards A, and Envy's going for that counter. You can see Jerd straight away gets stunned. Octane picks him off, gets traded, but nonetheless 3v3. But either way, you can see how turtled up TCM is in their base. Meanwhile, you even see a player for Envy in that mid-map area waiting for that rotation.
Yep. That's going to be highlighted on your minimap. Looney. 2 versus 3, though, in favor of TCM, despite Jerd falling very early in the round. A couple of shots go in, and again, that player highlighted on your minimap in yellow in the top left is going to be so key. It's going to be Looney. There's one. Can he find the second? Yes, he can. A beautiful flank, and more importantly, gets away with his life. Changes Aches into a 1v2. Yeah. Looney! I don't know whether he picked up the third there. If he did, that's a phenomenal play from him, but he definitely had a little bit of help coming from a teammate.
Yeah, and can we talk about that for a second? Because Looney was sitting in mid-Biolab like an anchor. But you saw that player, whoever it was on TCM that we viewed over, JCap was inside of blue, and as soon as he spotted him, you say Looney instantaneously started making moves around. As soon as JCap was like, I see one, Looney immediately goes on the flank, able to pick up 2. No one from TCM even bothering to turn around and check it, and obviously they paid the price. First clutch we saw out of Envy, that one was a 2 versus 3, and gotta give props to Looney, 3-0.
Yeah, great start for him. Now, Envy on the attacking side. Let's look at JCap. In fact, stay with Looney. You said Looney was going to be a player that's going to take over. So far, he hasn't disappointed. 4-0 start, finally falls. I believe that was Jerd who shut him down as Octane now starts to push over towards through elbow. Maybe make his way up towards top elbow. Decides not laser-like accuracy. There's one. Can he find the second? The stomp was coming in, but the kill comes in before, and that's a 2-0 start here in the Search and Destroy.
Yeah, like, that's just... Yeah, I was thinking maybe if TCM, like, comes out early, kind of gets a little bit of momentum back in their favor. In the first round,
so worried he was going to get stomped here. I was like, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
Either way, I don't think it made a difference. Surely, Envy in that, like, 3v1 would have been able to get the trade. It would be kind of, like, terrifying in real life if you were an actual soldier that actually had 1 life to be seeing that above you. But nonetheless, Envy going up 2-0.
I love how that's what you think about in that situation. Okay, anyway, TP with the bomb for TCM. Let's take a look and see what TCM's plan is going to be. Already a little passive, but in comes the play. It's going to be Aches leading the charge for TCM. You can see clearly on that minimap the game plan that TCM have for this attacking round. Meanwhile, Envy more than happy to just play this one a little passive.
Yeah, they are watching every single flank that could possibly come in right now. Players over guarding purple, players watching ice, and a player that has just been deadlocked watching outskirts over by green. Of course, now, though, that bomb's starting to work over towards A, but JCap, he's been the player that's been calling stuff out the whole time. He's seen 2 players stunning out 1, knows that everyone is around. You see, he's just going to back up and make sure that he can stay alive and allow his teammates to come and support.
Yep, smart play from him. And the teammate stuns go out as well, and that's just going to prolong this TCM push. Really buys them so much time. Shots going in. Envy more than happy to just back off once again. TP still with the bomb. Yet to get it down. Jud does draw first blood. Octane is in a phenomenal position here to potentially pick up this kill on TP, but not able to get it. Bomb carrier still alive for TCM. TP wins the gunfight as well. Nice play from TCM, but they are running out of time.
Yeah, Jerd, though, able to pick up one. That's going to leave JCap in the 1 versus 3. Of course, they have to get the bomb down, but Aches is doing that as we speak. JCap, though, able to pick him off if he can get away and play his life. But, of course, it was Fears that picked up the bomb, wasting no time to get the plant. JCap knows it's going down, has the player behind him as well. Tough situation, but JCap can pull it off.
JCap, oh, he finds the second.
Oh, my God.
1 versus Fears. This could be a big round here for JCap, and I think he spotted him still. And Fizz is just right straight towards Jacob. They just gifted him a 1v3.
That's ridiculous. JCap's 4-0, gets the bomb defused. Okay, so when he picked up that first player that was defusing the bomb when there was like 8 seconds left, you're like, holy crap, he can pull this off. But then as soon as that bomb got planted, you're like, there's no way. They just play their life, make sure to get the trade. They know exactly where he is. They know he has a bell. And then they jumped out and they were playing peekaboo with JCap, and JCap's at the hot hand.
If you go towards bottom green kind of square like that, and you know someone is top green plat, they have a high advantage, and you know he has a bow, you're not going to win that gunfight.
I don't get it. No, both players can just back away. They know where JCap is, and then as soon as they get to green plat, they can run anywhere on the map that they want, and JCap is going to have to check every corner. They're throwing rounds away. Envy has a 3-0 lead. They're up 3-1 in the series. I don't see them making the comeback. Of course, Fears gets that first blood. Looney not able to check that box, and it looks like he's going to get picked up as well. Of course, it is going to be a 2v2 now. Is Octane in that power position, is able to clean up Jerd, but now he's got Aches right in front of him. Aches being sneaky, trying to climb up that ladder. TP's going to be right next to him. They got the duo, and then they just all die.
And the duo crumbled very, very quickly, Chance.
Yes, they did.
4-0 lead for Team Envy as they take full control here of Search and Destroy Biolab. JCap at 6-1, Octane at 5-2, Looney 5-3. I mean, Aqua hasn't even got a kill yet.
I mean, why would you bother? You just let your teammates clutch like every situation
guys,
possible.
I'm just going to quickly run and get some food. You guys just play, close out this game. I'll be right back.
Like, I'm going to pull out my knife. I'll just, like, feed you guys information.
No
big deal.
Mr. X famously did that once when he was competing. He got up mid-game and went to get a sandwich. That's how confident he was of winning. And that's why we all love Mr. X. That's legendary. That's like legendary status right there. If you have the cojones to do that, it's wonderful.
I mean, in theory, Envy could get up and walk away for the next, like, 5 minutes, like, as a team, and then by that time, after 5 minutes pass, TCM ties it up at 4-4, and they can make it a series. But now, Aqua, you said you needed to show up, is able to get 1 kill. It's going to be a 3 versus 3. TP trying to hunt that player down, not able to clean up the kill. Meanwhile, Looney is giving the advantage to the squad. Of course, Octane does get dropped by Jerd, so it is going to be a 2v2, but we have yet to see Envy not come up clutch.
TP just cautiously playing this round, and that boost will be heard. Aqua picks up 1, does fall. Looney and Jerd in a 1v1, and Jerd is going to be so weak. Looney's going to be confused about how he didn't die there. You can see the aggression coming in. The barrel explosion comes in from Jerd. Very smart play from him. Used the environment to your advantage. TCM pick up the first round here.
It's kind of weird. It was weird too. Looney, he knows he's going against Jerd. Jerd, a very aggressive player. Looney checking, just waiting for Jerd to come back for that challenge. And of course, by that time, Jerd ran on the flank, wasting absolutely no time. Yep. Maybe play your life in that situation. I don't know, but either way, TCM finally able to get on the board. But now they still have 5 more rounds to go.
Aches at 1 and 5. Going to need to step things up a little bit in the Search and Destroy. You see, he's pulled out the sniper rifle for this defensive round. But over to Envious now. On the attack, JCap going to be carrying your bomb. Envy have built themselves a big lead. I mean, we've seen throwaways so far. Now kind of threw away a 5-2 lead in their series earlier on in the day. Surely Envy don't do something similar.
Jerd, though, able to get that first blood on Looney, and already that's going to slow down the momentum a bit of Envy, of course. JCap, though, pushing up aggressively, going to have a gunfight right next to him. Looks like both players are just going to back away for the moment and play their lives. Octane also able to get a pick. Aches, though, going to be able to trade that with a nade, and now we see the remaining 2 players for Envy stacked in purple, but Jerd is right outside. JCap going for the challenge, has too many players to deal with. TP gets that kill. Octane's going to fall as well. TCM, 2 rounds in a row.
Nice play. See if they can try and string together 3 rounds in a row. Would bring them truly back into this one. As Aches jumps up with that sniper rifle. Immediate impact. Sniping, 2 kills this round. Goes from a 1 and 4 performance to a 3 and 5. Oh, sorry, no, 1 and 5 performance to a 3 and 5. So picking things up a little bit. Nicely done. I want to stay with Aches, actually, as they go on this attacking round.
Yeah, also worth pointing out, Jerd, outside of that first round, has been playing very well. And you got to think, if JCap didn't get a 1v3 clutch, we would have a tie game right now. Nonetheless, though, TCM going to be trying to make moves, and Aches wasting absolutely no time. Gets that first blood, of course. Aqua, though, able to shut down Jerd to make it a 3v3. But you can see the nades coming in. The player with the bomb, TP, is already pushed up aggressively, already on A, but Envy has it 3-man stacked.
Aches a 4 and 5. Now results to the pistol. Looking for a weapon. I don't think he was able to pick it up. Bomb does go down. He's going to spot one at distance. Only able to make him one shot. Peeks again. He is just playing with fire right now with this pistol. Time ticking. Because the bomb has gone down, he will fall. Fear's now left in a 1v3, and, well, you can see how far away he is. Looney just looking to give some cover. There's the first. Can he find the kill? Auto mantle fail. Could potentially have cost him. Looney able to pick up the defuse. Envy is now just one round away from closing out the series.
You did say it, though. Earlier on main stage, we saw a 5-2 lead in Search and Destroy. Denial tossed it away. Epsilon able to make the comeback. TCM, can they do the same thing? Probably not. But we can ask the question anyway. But, of course, Envy going back on offense. They've been doing pretty well. Jerd as well. I think that was kind of the key difference last time. They shut down Jerd. That was the first pick that Envy got. And from there, relatively easy round win. If they can do the same thing, they're going to be in good shape. King Jerd going to have to do something crazy.
Well, speaking about King Jerd, see if he has anything crazy in his mind right now. You can kind of anticipate that someone has to be watching mid-bio. It's going to be Aqua. J-Cap as well in yellow. Jerd more than happy to give away his position, but doesn't really care about that. Just looking to see if he can get some intel, hit markers, or even a potential lucky kill. Looney draws first blood, though. Advantage envious. As we said, one round away from closing out the series.
Yeah, without a doubt, Jerd making moves through mid-bio. Aqua was waiting the entire round for that to happen. TP, though, coming on the flank, able to get that trade, but still, it is going to be TP and Aches, the duo, going against the remainder of the Envy squad that is live. JCap, meanwhile, trying to get that bomb down. Aches is just completely nowhere near where any of the action is happening. TP going to be the first one to peek over in purple, but he's just going to get picked
no idea
in.
what Aches was doing. You had to know that the bomb was going towards B there. He was so slow on the rotation, didn't even move from A. I don't know whether he thought Envy was going to try and bait him out a little bit, but with 30 seconds left, Aches on a 1v3 with nothing but a sniper and a pistol. In fact, has the ASM-1 now in his hands. Stuns come out, Envy going to challenge, and Envy should be good to pick up the series. There it is. Envy 6-2 in the Search and Destroy, and a 4-1 victory over TCM game.
And Looney had a pretty nice game. 93, not too bad. Got that final pick with a sniper. I guess they just kind of said, hey, Looney might as well get the sniper rifle kill for the final kill cam because he had two other players shooting around him, kind of playing peekaboo once again. But really, after you see a 1v3 clutch from JCap in a situation that there's no way he should have been able to get that through. Yeah. After that, it was nothing but
they kind of gifted him the 1v3. I mean, he still played extremely well, of course. He was able to pick up that kill with, 8 seconds left on the clock when the bomb was just being planted. That really helped him out massively. But massive congratulations to Team Envious. They will progress through to winners bracket round number 2, where FaZe awaits. That game is going to be... I'm excited. I'm super excited. But in terms of the rest of the day, Chance, how do you think some of the games are going to go down?
Optic Gaming, I know they're going to be playing Rise, I do believe. Yep. Now, okay, ordinarily you pick Optic Gaming without even batting an eyelash. You just know to pick them.
Where are you going with this, Chance? Don't say something too crazy.
Okay, no, I'm not going to say...
We're talking about a team who's won 8 events in Advanced Warfare.
That's pretty good.
It's okay, is what it is.
Okay.
Undefeated in the regular season.
Just to sell the storyline, though.
One season 1, one season 2.
And they had the best player in the game on their team.
And Rise is going to lose. Okay. Sorry, Rise is going to beat them.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
Hey, you just started it.
I'm going to let you know what's going to happen. Just let me get it out. Rise, when they were playing TK earlier, they got the 4-0. Pretty much complete destruction every single map that they played. All 4 players on their team playing well the entire time. At DC, 2 of the players, Burns and Apathy, didn't have the greatest of events. Rise didn't play too well. Those 2 players were leading the charge almost the entire time. I think it was the uplink that they only went even in getting 1 kill. Okay. But they were doing outstanding. So Rise, they've already played. They have the hot hand. All 4 players have proven that they're showing up to this event. Optic Gaming, kind of notorious a little bit for slow starts on Fridays.
We'll see.
I mean, okay.
We'll see. Of course, that game coming up next. Chance trying to build up the hype for that. But for now, let's hear from our analysis desk. We've got Puckett and Maven down on the floor.
All right, thank you, guys. It's been insane. I'm not going to lie. I barely watched that last game because simultaneously over on Bravo, we were watching ISO take out Orbit in a epic Game 7.
Both these series ended at the same instant, both of them. It was wild. We have 2 monitors in front of us. We're watching both of these just come down to the wire.
I'm in MLG Red Zone right now. It's fantastic.
But no, just incredibly epic stuff. It was wild because the first series of the night on Bravo and Alpha were off by about 45 minutes because of how they ended. Now it's right back on track. Yep. They come down to the final second. Isolation's able to take it. We saw just some monster plays out of Silly. Llama God went on a 6 streak in the Game 7. Havoc was his usual self.
Yep.
But Yeah, Isolation able to take it a long game 7, but let's touch a little bit on that Envy series.
Absolutely. So starting it off, we just saw a ridiculous start from Fierce, right? In fact, we have it for you guys in our BenQ Best Play. Let's take a look at how the series started.
Absolutely.
The first couple moments of this looked great for TCM on Drift Hardpoint.
Yeah. Well, you pick him up because he has this strong AR. You pick him up to do this, get these big kills. They drop Moose. They need someone that can pick up some slang, and he just absolutely goes off here, going to melt the entire squad multiple times, basically. But look at the score.
And it's all from inside the hardpoint. So at this point, you know, you see Envy, you see Fears lightening up, and you're like, all right, this is where TCM's going to be able to turn it around.
They get like 10 points.
At the end of all of this, TCM is only going to drop 89 points in hardpoint, held underneath 100. Envy gets the full 250, but that without a doubt was one of the best plays of the night. That is Fears in your BenQ Best Play. But talking through the rest of the series, you start out, Envy comes out, smacks you in the face in hardpoint, but TCM answered right back the following game in Search and Destroy.
Yeah, and then, you know, we talked about Uplink. We thought that's where Envy is definitely going to be favored. They're able to take care of that. But we did have a second BenQ Best Play in JCap. I've said, since the Columbus Open, he pulls off crazy 1v2s, crazy 1v3s. Here's another clutch play from the legend that is JCap.
It all started off with Aches peeking, then you see the bomb being planted, he spots it, JCap knows there's going to be a defender, takes his time here, doesn't panic, and then he's just so accurate with that bell, takes out Jerd. Now all of a sudden 1v1 versus Fears, and JCap, once he gets the momentum, just rolls over Fears, gets the defuse, and this is when I knew this game was done.
With bomb planted too. Like, it's not like he had it, just had to defend. That was a defensive play with the bomb down and comes up clutch. Whew. The veteran.
I mean, two great plays throughout this series. Yeah. Overall, you look at it, though, this was Envy through and through. They crushed the uplink 15-5. The final respawn, you saw, you know, hardpoint. That went down to the wire. Octane, the hero first. You saw him get a 6-piece, and then it was Looney at the very end. Sorry, Octane 4-piece at the bottom hill at the bar, and then you saw Looney 6-piece to close it out.
Yeah, I think he had a 6-streak, and it was a 3-piece, like all in the hard point. Jared just locked it down. Looney goes nuts. But that one, I think it was tied with 10 seconds left, something. Really came down to the wire. But Envy, we said they look good on paper. They look good in that series. Very, very strong, able to close it out. As you see what fashion they took those maps in, Envious looking good thus far.
All right, well, we do have our bracket updated for you guys, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But while that's loading up, Maven, talk me through Envy specifically. Who's impressed you the most today from this squad?
Looney, really, from what I've seen, just the bits and pieces. I know we had a little break after we casted. We grabbed food. We missed a little bit of the game one, then we came back in. We're trying to watch both series. But every time I watch Looney, they picked him up to get that slang. He's been now with this roster for quite some time. He's been inconsistent at times, but right now he's crushing. But here we do have the bracket. Chris, kind of walk the viewer at home through what's going on so far.
TK came in, got shut down so fast by Rise. Talking to Burns, he is loving the team right now. Yeah. He and Chino feeling great about their next match against Optic Gaming.
I'm happy when Burns is succeeding. I just am. He's such a level. He's like a teddy bear.
We will see Rise now move to the main stage. They're going to get a chance to play against Optic Gaming, our #1 seed, coming up next. You also saw it's 3-3 there on your scoreboard, but the final score is Isolation 4-3. They beat Orbit. They will be playing Optic Nation, who got a bye. Then you had, of course, Envy just defeating TCM here on the main stage, and if you missed it a few hours ago, the first major upset, in my opinion, it was Denial falling to Epsilon. Everyone on Epsilon shining at times. Two incredible comebacks to close out the series. First, they did it in Search and Destroy, and then they finished it in that final Game 6.
And again, it hasn't been filled in that one blink spot, but it is Isolation. So we do have our second round set up to go. Remember, those top 4 teams did have that bye. But, you know, they've been waiting to play. It's getting late here on the East Coast. Is there anyone you're maybe a little nervous? You know, Optic Gaming, famous for starting slow on Fridays.
FaZe lost to Isolation. Isolation goes to Game 7 against Orbit in this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about FaZe matching up against Envy, to be honest.
Okay,
I think Envy could pull off anything. They're looking great in Uplink. We know there's 2 of those.
Certainly.
I think that match is going to be great to close out the night. Rise against Optic Gaming, though. Is this going to be a hot 4-0? Is this going to be another insane upset from Rise Nation? Optic Gaming's cold.
Yeah.
Rise Nation, they're feeling great. They're pumped up after that first series.
If I was picking one 4-0, though, of the entire day of Friday, I mean, it would have been OG round 2 versus anyone. Exactly. So that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one. Optic's so strong.
It's going to be a great day. All the matches, we're halfway through the day. We're going to see Optic Gaming versus Rise here on the main stage over on Bravo, guys. We got Elevate facing off against Epsilon. So 2 great matches here in the winners bracket. It's all coming up live here on MLG.TV. After this, we're heading to OG versus Rise on the main stage here on Alpha. We'll be right back.